in the quiet of your mind and try and feel if there's any change in the atmosphere around you, because that's where your guide is. Your guide is in the atmosphere around you, just waiting for that call to connect with you. And it's the things you feel when you invite the guide to come in that start to become a spiritual reality. You feel their presence, which is incredible. Because to the human mind, there's nothing in the atmosphere. But to the spiritual mind, the atmosphere is full of possibilities and potential. So I'm going to ask you to join me and take you into that atmospheric world where the spirit guide and you can become one. This is step one to knowing your guide. We create an inner quiet where the spirit can speak to us. We create a clear mind where the spirit can project images. And we create a space where we can feel the atmosphere. And that way the spirit world can touch the atmosphere and it can have a reaction that we feel and sense. And that's what we're looking for here. Whether we see an image passing across our inner mind, maybe we hear our inner voice talking to us in a different way. Or maybe we feel the atmosphere just being gently touched by a presence who is waiting to connect with you. Don't look for amazing, sensational things. Just look for the subtle, because that's how spirit are. They're very subtle. And just be observant. Try not to overreact to anything in your meditation. Just be. And when you come back, then process anything that has occurred during your meditation. So, how we meditate, for those of you who don't know, we try to ground ourselves in some way. Either we put our feet in the ground if we're sitting on a chair, or if you're sitting in a lotus position on the floor or a cushion, make sure you're grounded. You feel the ground beneath you. That's what we do. We also allow our back to be as straight as our body will allow it to be. And breathing is probably the main element of our meditation. And our breath guides us to the first natural rhythm of ourself. I ask people to close their eyes so that they don't have any visual distractions around them. And that's the only reason I ask you to do that, so that any visuals happen within the mind, subliminally, rather than out with. So if you can close your eyes and just follow me on this journey to the inner self. And it's in the inner self where we can truly walk hand in hand with those in the world of light. So just follow your breathing. Breathe in through your nose if you can. And just slowly allow the breath to leave your body. And just be aware of the rise and fall of your chest. And all the time, allowing your body to relax with each breath you take. Be aware of any tension or stress. And just tell yourself to let go. Hold on to nothing. Just relax. And very soon your breathing will find its own natural rhythm. Just allow that to happen. In meditation, we just allow. We force nothing. As we relax our body, so I also invite you to relax your mind. If your mind is busy and questioning, throwing up thoughts Just let them pass. Let them go. There's absolutely nothing you need to know in this moment. There is nothing you need to accomplish other than a quiet mind. So sit for a moment with your body relaxed in the quiet of your mind and just appreciate the emptiness, the lack of activity. It's in the emptiness that we find the inner self. Just try to be as still as possible. I want you to send out one thought to your spirit guide. And just say, welcome. Please come into my space, into the quiet emptiness with me. And remember, with this request, you are welcoming your teacher, your friend of old, your guardian. Just be aware of anything that occurs in the next moments. To ask your guide if they can give you a symbol that represents their life, their former life, when they walked this earth. And just wait to see if anything comes. Don't rush, don't force, just be. being present, for touching your mind. And just allow them to step gently out of your space. Just start to breathe a little deeper once again. And it's the action of breathing that starts to wake our mind and connect our mind and body. With each breath you take, allow yourself to become more focused, more awake, until you feel ready to open your eyes. Now this is a really simple, easy way to begin your practice of connecting with your spirit guide. And if you felt anything, saw anything, heard anything, I ask you just to take notes and keep records of anything that happens during your meditations. Because sometimes what the spirit guides do in their form as spirit teachers is they will give you one little symbol, one little sensation, one word, and you make a note of it, and then it becomes something else. It grows into a teaching. So anything, how simple it may have appeared to you, keep a note of it, because it's some form of identification that the guide is trying to relay to you. One of the reasons we teach people to go very slowly with their practice of connecting with their guides is because you're learning a new language. You're learning a language of sense, sensing a world that your physical body finds it difficult to sense. So the practice of sitting in meditation and just reaching out and waiting to feel the presence is the beginning, the first steps to your first contact with your guide. It's not something you can do very quickly. It's not something you want to do quickly. It's something you want to evolve and grow with. And therefore, the key word to all of this is patience and taking it slowly, one step at a time. I would not be a very good teacher of any spiritual discipline if I told people you could accomplish everything in one go. You cannot. For me, it's been an entire life learning, still learning, and always will be learning. You're never finished when you start on a spiritual path. You're always learning and relearning. During this talk, I have explained to you about the many different signs and symbols that I got in the early days from my guide. All these notions and indications of someone who would have lived in Asia, in that continent, in another time. I was fortunate enough to get incredible evidence of my guide's life. And I think it's something, if you dedicate yourself and put your heart into, you will get that same evidence that I did. I have absolutely no doubt that the spirit world offered me this path. And I'm sure that I almost made a contract, if not, I actually did make a contract to walk this path, and that we agreed to do this together. And that all the different synchronicities that I've experienced have all been for that purpose of waking up my mind. One of the greatest things I can ever do in my position is to wake up your mind, to make you wake up and recognize that there is a spirit world that's beyond this world, to teach you that you will not die, that your life force will go on, and that you will always have somebody walking the path with you in the spirit world who is your guide. I really hope that you ask that question in your heart of the spirit guide. Will you walk with me? Will you teach me? And they will. It starts with us. If more people could wake up, the world would be a brighter place, a lighter place, a happier place, a place that would have less fear and shadow. And all it takes is you to say, I'm ready. Spirit, I'm ready. teach me. If that's in your heart, don't wait till tomorrow. Do it now.